Today we continue Bojjhangha Sutta. First, we need to recite Bojjhangha Sutta Pali. Samsare samsarantanam Savadokha vinasane Saddadameja Bojjhangha Marasena Pamadane Bojjhadvaye Jime Saddam Dibawa Moda Godamam Ajadi Majarabhyade Amadane Bayangadam Eva Madigunu Bedam Anega Guna Singaham Hosadenja Imamandam Bojjhangha Jabanamahe Bojjhangha Sati Singadam Dhammana Vijaya Dattam Viriyam Piti Pasati Bojjhangha Jadatabare Samadhu Vika Bojjhangha Sadete Sabadasinam Munina Samadekadam Bhavita Bhuligadam Savedandi Abhinyayam Nivanaya Jabodiyam Edena Sijavijenam Sudhite Hodu Savadam Eka Same Same Natam Mogalanam Jagasabam Kilane Doki De Swam Bojjhangha Satta Desayi Tejada Binande Dwam Roga Mojjhendu Singande Edena Sijavijenam Sudhite Hodu Savadam Egada Dhamma Rajabi Kelinyena Bibilidam Tuna Derena Danyevam Panabidwana Sadaram Samodeswana Vadam Dhamma Uttasidhanasam Edena Sijavijenam Sudhite Hodu Sabadam Vina Dejavadam Dinanabi Mahesinam Megadagile Sawam Vadano Adidamadam Edena Sijavijenam Sudhite Hodu Savadam. English translation. Having known by way of experience the 7 kinds of Dharma called factors of enlightenment, which destroy all suffering of beings who wander through this samsara rounds of rebirths, and which defeat the army of Mara, the evil one, these excellent persons were liberated from the 3 kinds of existence. They have reached Nirvana, where there is no rebirth, aging, disease, death, and dangers. O good people, let us recite this Bojjhangha Sutta which is endowed with the aforementioned attributes, which give not a few benefits, and which is like a medicine and mantra. These 7 factors of enlightenment, namely mindfulness, investigations of Dharma, effort or energy, sense, tranquility, concentration, and equanimity, which are well expounded by the all-seeing sage, promote, when practiced repeatedly, penetrations of the truth, cessation of suffering, and knowledge of the path. By this utterance of truth, may there always be happiness for you. Once when the Lord saw Moggallana and Kassapa being unwell and suffering, he preached the 7 factors of enlightenment. They, having rejected all the discourse, immediately were freed from the disease. By this utterance of truth, may there always be happiness to you. When the king of the Dhamma was oppressed by disease, he had the Venerable Chonda recite the discourse respectfully, and having rejected the discourse, was immediately cured of the disease. By this utterance of truth, may there always be happiness to you. The diseases of the 3 great sages that were eradicated reached a stage of never occurring again, like the mental defilements eradicated by the path. By this utterance of truth, may there always be happiness to you. To develop piti Bojjhangha, we need to contemplate the admirable qualities of the Buddha. And Buddha said, in order to develop piti, joy, just practice, just apply yoniso manasikara to the development of mindfulness. So now yogi practice diligently mindfulness meditation, and you will surely be joyful. You will gain piti Bojjhangha. So this is a method given by the Lord Buddha. In addition, the commentary mentions 11 supportive conditions for piti. Number 1, Bodhanussati, recollection of the qualities of the Buddha. Number 2, Dhammanussati, recollections of the qualities of the Dhamma. Number 3, Sanghanussati, recollections the qualities of the Sangha. Silanussati, recollections the qualities of one's morality. And number 5, Jaganussati, recollecting the qualities of one's generosity, etc. So today we go to the first Anussati, Bodhanussati. We need to recollect the qualities of the Buddha. So Buddha realized the Four Noble Truths. There are Four Noble Truths, Dukkha Satya, the truth of suffering. Samudaya Satya, the truth of the origin of suffering. Nirodha Satya, the truth of the cessation of suffering. And Megha Satya, the truth of the path leading to the cessation of suffering. So when yogi recollect that it is the omniscient Buddha under which, under whose guidance we are practicing, yogi will definitely feel happy and gratified with the Dharma. Now what you are practicing is the guidance of the Buddha. Buddha realized the Four Noble Truths completely and perfectly by practicing mindfulness meditation, and also you are practicing mindfulness meditation intensively. So there arise joy and delight, piti pamoja in yogi. So the recollections of the Buddha's qualities is one of the 11 conditions for piti Bojjhangha, joy enlightenment factors mentioned in the commentary. So it is the Buddha who is totally purified of mental defilements, after practicing the Dharma, Buddha gets free from kilesa, mental defilements, either in private or in public. He is never agitated or emotional as a result of such kilesa, lobha, greed, lust, craving, attachment and clinging, dosa, anger, hatred, aversion, and hostility in an active sense. In passive sense, fear, worry, anxiety, distress, depression. Buddha was free from these kilesa, and also moha, ignorance, delusion, illusion, stupidity, foolishness, and so on. And mana, pride, conceit, arrogance, and so on. Deity mainly comes belief in no cause, belief in wrong view, belief in rites and rituals, belief in eternal ego, etc. And Vichigaja, skeptical doubt about karma and its results, a confusion between right and wrong, and so on. All kinds of kilesa, Buddha was free. So living beings naturally react with greed or lust to an object if it is desirable, and they react with angry if undesirable, and conceited when offensive to their ego, and so on. Buddha never react to any objects with unwholesome mental states under any circumstances. How admirable Buddha is. Yogis have experienced the Dharma because of the diligent practice, and yogi appreciates this quality of the Buddha. Having practiced the Dharma 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, yogi can find your minds to be quite different from what you used to be before. No transgressive kilesa and obsessive mental defilements. When they come, when they appear, yogi can note immediately. So when mindfulness is developed to the remarkable extent, yogi can find their minds remarkably calm and peaceful. Even though yogi may not yet attain any particular state of Dharma, yogi can find their mental defilements reduce in frequency and degree in terms of momentary eradication. So yogi can relax for momentary. When yogi really attain this certain stage of Dharma accomplishment, yogi will reduce certain kinds of defilements to certain degree in an irreversible manner. So having your mental defilements relatively reduced in degree, yogi realized that Buddha taught this Dharma that he himself had practiced until his mind gets purified of all the mental defilements. So by recollecting this fact that yogis are practicing such excellent Dharma, you would feel happy, arousing the joy enlightenment factors. Because Buddha is really Arahant, it is a Buddha who is totally purified of mental defilements, such as lobha, dosa, moha, and so on. So we have to go to the 9 qualities of the Buddha. Do you have DMC sheet? Iti piso bhagava arahant samma sambuddha. You very familiar with the Pali? Because of this, the Blessed One is called Worthy One, Arahant. So he is called Arahant, Noble Buddha, because he is worthy of receiving the special venerations of all humans, devas, brahmas, because of being fulfilled with the extraordinary qualities of morality, extraordinary qualities of concentration, wisdom, liberation, knowledge of liberation, sila, samadhi, pinya, vimutti, jnana, dasana. So the first meaning of Arahant is worthy of receiving the special veneration. Because of this, he is called Arahant. And number B is Araka. Araka means far and far and far, far from all unwholesome mental defilements. So Buddha is far and free from all the unwholesome tendency and the 1500 mental defilements, 1500 mental defilements. he is free. And number C is Arahant. So he has eradicated the enemies of mental defilements. Who are the enemies? Who are the enemies? The enemies are our kilesa, lobha, greed, dosa, hatred, moha, delusion, etc. So these mental defilements are our enemies. And number D, Arahant. That means Buddha has broken the spokes of the wheel of existence. So why we are going rounds and rounds in samsara, why we are suffering again and again? Because we are going around in this samsara. So you can look at the Bojjhanga cycle. So in this cycle, there are 10 spokes. 10 spoke 1, Sankara, 2, Vijnana, 3, Namarupa, 4, Salayana, 5, Phassa, 6, Vedana, 7, Tanna, 8, Upadana, 9, Bhava, and 10, Jati. There are 10 spokes. 10 spokes, and the frame, the axle is avijja, ignorance. And the frame of French is jara marana, aging and death. Aging and death. So we are going rounds and rounds in samsara in this way. So we have to read Bojjhanga Pali. Please open your retreat manual, Bojjhanga, page 107. Retreat manual, page 107. Anuloma, we read Pali first. Avijja Vijaya Sinkaram, Sinkara Vijaya Vijnanam, Vijnana Vijaya Namarupam, Namarupa Vijaya Salayadanam, Salayana Vijaya Phassa, Phassa Vijaya Vedanam, Vedana Vijaya Dhanam, Dhanna Vijaya Upadanam, Upadana Vijaya Bhava, Bhava Vijaya Jati, Jati Vijaya Jara Maranam, Soka Parideva Dukkha Domana Subhayasam Sambhavanti Eva Metasa Kevalasa Dukkha Khandasa Samudaya Hoti. So English translation we have to read together. Dependent on ignorance arise karmic volitions. Dependent on karmic volitions arises consciousness. Dependent on consciousness arise mind matter. Dependent on mind matter arise the 6 sense bases. Dependent on the 6 sense bases arises contact. Dependent on contact arises feeling. Dependent on feelings arises craving. Dependent on craving arises clinging. Dependent on clinging arises existence of life and volitions. Dependent on existence of volitions arises rebirth. Dependent on birth, decay and death arise, and sorrow, lamentation, pain, grief, and despair can arise. Thus arises this whole mass of suffering. So there is no person, no individual who is going round and round in samsara, namarupa. The process is because of kilesa and karma. We are going rounds and rounds in samsara. So exile is avijja. Avijja is the main cause, not knowing the true nature, not knowing the Four Noble Truths. And avijja vijja sankhara. Because of the avijja, ignorance has condition, they arise number one. Number one is what? Sankhara, karma formation. Sankhara vijaya vijnana, because of sankhara, karma formation and condition, there arise number two, vijnana, consciousness. Because of the vijnana is condition, there arise namarupa, mind and matter. And go number four, salayana, six and bases. Five, phasa, contact. Six, vedana, feeling. And number seven, tanha, craving. Number eight, upadana, clinging. And number nine, bhava, becoming. And then number 10, jati. When there's jati birth, we go to the frame. When there is arising, there will be aging and death. So there is no person, no individual, no man, no woman, only just because of the kilesa and karma, we are going round and round in samsara in this way. So long as we are ignorant and we have karma and kilesa, we have to go rounds and rounds in samsara. So how to stop? How to stop? Buddha practice mindfulness meditation, and he observed every phenomena occurring at the six senses. And then he attained Sotapaddi Mega, Sagragami Mega, Nagami Mega, Arahata Mega. When he attained Arahata Mega, he started to break down the 10 frames. 10 frames are Sankhara, Vijnana, Namarupa, Salayana, Phasa, Vedana, Tanha, Upadana, Bhava, Jati. So if he break down the 10 frames, avijja also broken, and also jara-marana broken. So altogether, all kinds of namarupa are broken, and this is the escape from the cycle of suffering. So Buddha described the spokes of the wheel, 10 spokes, with the sword of arahantship. The sword is like an arahantship, and the wheel means the cycle of life. according to the Bojjhanga, and the thought means the insight knowledge of Arahant. Excel of the will is avijja, ignorance, not knowing the Four Noble Truths, and the frame of French is jara marana, aging, old age, and death. And 10 spokes are Singara, Vinyana, Namarupa, Salayana, Phasa, Vedana, Dana, Uparana, Bhava, Jati. So Ara means 10 spokes. Yeah, Araham means 10 spokes. 10 spokes are Sankara, Vijnana, etc. And Buddha has broken the 10 spokes of the wheels of existence. And if he broken the 10 spokes, avijja also broken, and jaramana all broken. So all paticcasamuppada cycle totally broken, and he was escaped from the rounds of suffering, and he was free from suffering because of the breaking down the spokes of the wheels of existence. So that is one qualities of Arahant. And number 1 E, Arahant. Means no, and Raha means seclusion. So Buddha has nothing to conceal, and he is always pure, whether in public or in private. So this is Arahant. So there are 5 meanings of the Arahant. Number 1 is worthy of receiving special veneration of all humans. Number B is Araka, goes to Arahant. Araka means very far away from mental defilements. Number 1C, Arahant, that means he eradicated the mental defilements, the enemies. Number D, Arahant means 10 spokes of the wheel of existence. And number E, Arahant means no seclusion. That means he has nothing to conceal. He is always pure, whether in public or in private. So that is the qualities of Arahant. When you recite Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa, so Arahato, when you recite, you have to reflect the qualities of Arahato or Arahant. Any meanings you can pick up. Buddha is free from all mental defilements. He is very far away from mental defilements. He has eradicated enemies of mental defilements. He has broken the spokes of the wheels of existence, etc. So you can recollect the virtues of the Buddha when you pay respect to the Buddha, reciting Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato, etc. And number 2 quality is Samma Sambuddha. It is because of this, Blessed One is called fully enlightened one. Buddha knows the Four Noble Truths and all Dharmas correctly, without accepting method from other people, other teacher. with his own knowledge and ability through his own investigation and experience. So that is a quality of Samma Sambuddha. Another meaning is Vijja Charana Sampanno. So he is fulfilled with three special knowledge, three Vijja, and 8 exceptional knowledges, that is 8 Vijja, and 15 fundamental conducts, Charana. So three Vijja, he is fulfilled with the three special knowledge. Three Vijja means Pobe Nivasanosadinyana. He has the ability to recall everything that was experienced in previous lives. Devajagu, he has the ability to see far away objects. That is divine Devajagu. And another jnana is Asavakaya jnana, the path knowledge of Arahantship, which can eradicate mental defilements and asava kankas. And 5 Vijja. Buddha is fulfilled with 8 exceptional knowledges. That means 3 Vijja and another 5. Another 5 are Vipassana jnana. He has the knowledge which knows nature, dukkha, anatta of the Namarupa, the impermanent nature, unsatisfactory nature, and non-self nature of psychophysical phenomena. Another jnana is Cetapariya jnana, that is his ability to read other people's minds. So for Buddha, very easy to give talk. For us, very difficult because we cannot read other people's mind. Buddha can read other people's minds and he can give the suitable talk and the listener can practice very accordingly and they attain enlightenment very quickly. Another jnana is Manomayeti jnana, that is his ability to create a duplicate of one's body within one's own body. Another jnana is Devasota jnana, the ability to hear far away sounds and very faint sounds, that is called Devasota, divine ear. Another jnana is Vidya jnana, the ability to create special powers of going under the earth, flying in the sky, etc. So these 5 and 3 knowledges are called 8 Vijjas, 8 knowledges. And then also he have 15 charana, 15 conduct. 15 conduct, you need to remember Pali. Can you follow me? 15 charana. Saddha, Sati, Hiri, Uttapa, Viriya, Sutta, Pinya. So seven the charana and others are Bojjhani Matinyuta, Jagriya Nuyoga, Sila, Indriya Samvara, and 4 jhana. So Saddhami believed that there are good karma and bad karma, and that there are good and bad karmic results from these karma. And triple gem exists, and there are future lives. So that kinds of belief is Sutta, belief in the truth. And number two is Sati. Sati, basically you remember the wholesome things, you remember to do wholesome activities, Sati, and Vipassana through mindfulness. And then number three, Hiri, moral shame regarding unwholesomeness, and Uttapa, moral fear of unwholesomeness, and Virya, effort of energy in performing wholesome deeds, and Sutta, possessing a great deal of knowledge and learning, and Pinya, he possessed knowledge and ability in every situation. And number eight, Bojjhane Matinyuta, he discerned what is suitable or not suitable with regard to food and nutrition, and knowing the right amount of eating and other bojjhana. And number nine is Jagriya Yoga, that means wakefulness or moderation in sleep, etc. And number 10, Sila, is keeping the relevant moral precepts. And number 11, Indriya Samvara, that is restraints of the ear, eyes, nose, etc., so that they are calmed, so that craving and anger do not arise from objects when encounters seen, heard, or known. And 12, 13, 14, 15 are first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana. Added to these make altogether 15 charana. Buddha is endowed. So Vajja charana sampanno sugato, Buddha uttered to speech, that is, he uttered true and correct speech that is beneficial to all beings, whether people like or dislike. Another meaning of Sugato is he abides and goes with suitable conducts in accordance with the Noble Eightfold Path. Another one is Loka Vidu. Loka Vidu, he know three lokas. He know the world. He know the living beings, the worlds of living beings. He know the geographical location, and he know the worlds of psychophysical phenomena. Loka, Satta Loka, Sankhara Loka, Okasa Loka. Satta Loka, the worlds of living beings. Satta Loka, Sankhara Loka, the worlds of psychophysical phenomena. Okasa Loka, the worlds of geographical location. When we recite Mahasatipatthana Sutta, Loke Abhijja Domanasan, that is Loka, that Loka means psychophysical phenomena. And another meaning of another qualities of Buddha is Anuttara, that is, Buddha is the highest and most noble beings in the entire world because of being fulfilled with the highest and most noble qualities of Sila Samadhi Pinya, morality, concentration and wisdom, liberation and knowledge of liberation. So other qualities Buddha uh, Buddha have. And one means of Arahant. He is far from mental defilements. So Buddha was an Arahant, and other Moggallana, Sariputta, etc. are also Arahant. So what's the difference between Buddha and other Arahants? Buddha was free from mental defilements, and other Arahants also free from mental defilements. But other Arahants were not free from vasana, that is habits, or we can say residual clinging that was not free, they were not free in the other Arahants. When the kinds of habits or residual clingings there, they dominate this Arahant even after the attainment of their Arahantship. So there was an Arahant named Pilendawija. He was Arahant, and he was beloved by the Devas and extolled by the Buddha. But that Pilendawija Arahant was in the habit of addressing his fellow monks and laymen rudely. He addressed other people Vasala. Vasala means foolish man. So that kinds of addressing to other fellow bhikkhus and laymen are not very good. So some Pudujana monks complained to the Buddha about that Pilinda which rudeness. And Buddha attributed this unpleasant habit to his having spent 500 lifetimes in the Brahmin families. But said that beings an Arahant, the Pilinda Vajja Arahant was pure and good at heart. But still he have the kinds of unwholesome habits. So it is like the alcohol in the bottle. If you throw away all the alcohol from the bottle, still smell of the alcohol is in the bottle. So other Arahants, even though they have no mental defilements, Lobha, Dosa, Moha, etc., they have unwholesome wasana, unwholesome habits, or unwholesome residual clinging. So Buddha was totally free from unwholesome vasana and, and, and mental defilements. So it is a difference between Buddha and other Arahants. So for the Buddha, from the time of his attainment of supreme enlightenment, he became free from all the habits or residual clinging that were carried over from past lives. This distinctive mark of the Buddha's arahantship should be admired when we contemplate our Lord Buddha attributes. So if you pay respect to Buddha, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Arahato means he was totally free from mental defilements and unwholesome residual clinging. So that kinds of attributes we need to recollect. So other qualities, Anuttara Purisa Dhamma Sarati, Sattha Deva Manusanam, he was the incomparable leader of men to be tamed. He was the teacher of gods and men. He was the fully enlightened one, and he was blessed. So these 9 qualities, 9 attributes, we need to recollect according to the Piti Sambojjhanga to be aroused. And then Dhammanussati. Dhammanussati, 6 qualities of the Dhamma. Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo. Well expounded by the Buddha is the Dhamma. So every religion surely claims that their holy teachings have been well expounded. Swakato. So Buddhists also, they claim the teaching of the Buddha has been well expounded. So in this sense, it is important to check whether their claim is true or false. If their holy teachings can help them remove attachment, anger, delusion, etc., lobha, dosa, moha, etc., then it would mean that their teachings are well expounded. During the time of the Buddha, a man from a different religious uh, denomination asked Venerable Ananda, Bhante Ananda, why the Dhamma is claimed well expounded? Then Venerable Ananda replied by posing a question first. What would be your opinion on whether greed is wholesome or unwholesome? Venerable Ananda asked this question. Yes, when greedy, people would do anything to satisfy their greed or lust without caring about anybody, even about their parents. That's why there are times when even parents and children conflict. There are many conflicts because of uh, their greed or lust. So we can blame greed or lust for bad people, robberies in our world. At one time, an elderly monk made a remark on the bad people. These people are not bad. Bad is his lobha, his greed. Yes, true, when lobha is there, we are very, very busy. We want that, we want this, and we have to struggle and we have to put effort to fulfill our wish. Now yogi can understand when you have no lobha, you're very peaceful, nothing to do. So bad is not the person, bad is lobha. Lobha is bad, desire is bad, motivated by lobha, he did something bad. And also other, when there is dosa, he do bad. He is not bad, bad is his dosa. He is not bad, bad is his moha. Motivated by lobha, dosa and moha, greed, anger and delusion, people do things harmful to other people and themselves. So our entire world suffers mainly due to lobha, dosa and moha, kilesa, mental defilements. So mental defilements are responsible for uh, severe wars, World War One, World War II, etc. The world suffer mainly due to lobha, dosa, and moha. The world has many problems because of these kilesa. So if you see far and wide, you will find these lobha, dosa, and moha are very harmful phenomena. If mental defilements were removed from people, or the people in our world would become really peaceful. So it is very obvious these lobha, dosa and moha are very bad. So when asked whether greed was good or bad, the man replied, yes, lobha is bad, dosa is bad, moha is bad. Apparently, greed causes trouble to himself and other people. It is natural, natural that if he do something harmful to other people, that deed will cause harm to him in return. Most probably, he would be legally punished in this very life for such harmful deeds. Even if not, he have to pay heavy price for that in the afterlife or sometime later in the cycle of rebirths. So when the man was asked whether a Dharma should be considered well expounded, if it teaches how to get rid of lobha, dosa, and moha, how to get rid of greed, anger, and delusion, he answered, yes. It is Sayadaw, well expounded. So for sure, Buddha taught how to reduce kilesa mental defilements to absolute minimum. Some other teaching may teach how to overcome mental defilements, but they may not give a comprehensive and systematic method to achieve that goal. So Dhamma qualities, many we need to explain. We need to explain tomorrow. We have to stop our discuss for today. May you develop 7 factors of enlightenment, 7 Bojjhangha, Sati Sambojjhangha, Dhamma Vijaya Sambojjhangha, Viriya Sambojjhangha, Piti, Pasati, Samadhi, and Upekha Sambojjhangha. May you practice Dhamma well by practicing Vipassana meditation, by observing every phenomena occurring at the 6 senses, by noting rising, falling, sitting, touching, seeing, hearing, smelling, continuously and meticulously. May all yogis realize the real peace. May all yogis be liberated from all suffering. Sadhu.